everybody, you got Anton and you got Jacob, and this is Poorly Lit Discussion 4. In light of today's current events regarding the anti-terrorism, the attack on Osama Bin Laden, and Obama's speech, we'll be getting to that. That'll be a major part of this video, but first we're going to get to the other topics, some that we've held over from last videos. So our first topic comes to us from Kicker of Elves. What would we choose for a superpower? You want to take this one first?
Man, there's a few good choices. Flying would be fucking badass.
Yeah.
Or even teleportation. I'd never be late to anything again. Which
You'd
is
still be late.
That might be true, but I would be a lot less late.
I'd probably go with telekinesis, because that has flight like included in it. Like you could lift yourself with your mind. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Or like gravity manipulation, something with that. Something in that kind of arena. I don't know. There's honestly, I'll take whatever I can get. But if I got to choose, I'll probably go with telekinesis.
You know, we have the whole game about useless superpowers.
Yeah.
I think I might even go for a few of those.
A few useless ones. If you can get like 5 useless ones and 1 good one, like the ability to move in slow motion, that's useless. Like things that actually have no use. Like what was I don't even remember any other ones. Anyway, so Anna Ing gives us the topic weirdest personal holiday anecdotes. Let's see, can you think of any? I went to a lesbian Passover Seder once. I don't know who here is, how many of our viewers are Jewish, but, typically a Passover Seder, you tell the story of Passover and all the great things that, Moses and Miriam and all those people did to, like, free the Jews from Egypt. In a lesbian Passover Seder, Moses didn't really do a whole lot. Miriam did basically everything. So that was cool. I mean, it was nice. It was a nice change of pace from the usual thing, but that was weird.
One Christmas, or I guess Russian Christmas as it may be, me and my family were renting a cabin up in Tahoe along with like 2 other families. And someone brought in like a program that let you do Russian karaoke on the TV. So
that rules.
My whole family was doing Russian karaoke, but the thing that made it most bizarre was that my grandma got really drunk and she started harassing me for not singing along.
I've known your grandma for so long. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Thanks, Anna Ing. Next one is from You're Hilarious. The subject is Toonami, which a lot of us grew up on. That's where we got Dragon Ball Z and Rurouni Kenshin. Samurai Jack. No, that wasn't Toonami. That was Cartoon Network. Samurai Jack was the shit though. I'm pretty sure they aired like Superman and Batman, like superhero cartoons on there. Was Teen Titans Toonami? It was like the afternoon. It's like all your.
I like the little shorts with the space dude.
Yeah, what was his name?
I kind of hope that
I remember he started off with like a big head and a little pot belly, and then they made him like jacked.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Because they turned him from goofy into cool.
They want to make him serious. I heard he was going to get his own show. If anyone remembers his name,
I would
leave
watch
it in the
that
comments.
show. Maybe if it's like a Space Ghost, like a talk show.
Yeah, like a talk show.
That'd be
Space
cool.
Ghost is great. Adult Swim is great. But Toonami was cool. Oh, didn't they show Big O?
Yeah, I used to watch Big O.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes.
I want to say Sailor Moon. Maybe. I don't know, a lot of anime.
Sailor Moon.
Which is never really my bag, to be honest. I was always more about Western
anime
animation.
I ever saw.
Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think me too.
Yeah.
I think.
That wasn't on Toonami though.
No, that was. I mean, it was on like UPN or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, next topic comes from Phoenix Pen, which asked the question, what is the point of matching socks? Now, I'm not actually wearing socks right now because I haven't left the house all day, and that means I'm not completely dressed from the waist down. But when I do wear socks, they never match. I've not worn matching socks since I was like 12.
I can attest to this.
He's known me the entire
I've
time.
known him that time, and I've never seen him wear matching socks.
Never. Not for our bar mitzvah. They were both black, but they had different patterns. Not for anything.
When I first found out about it, I thought it was kind of weird, but now, I feel like it's kind of
It's
cool
an aspect.
little...
It's an aspect of my persona.
Yeah, exactly.
It's part of what I do, part of who I am. So there is no point to matching socks, I guess is what I'm saying. Because you're just gonna get upset If you decide that matching socks is an important thing, because you'll lose one and you'll be like, well, now I have a fucking useless sock. But I lose socks all the time and I don't care.
I like your logic.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I thought this shit out. So, our next topic comes from Cat Cotator, I think. Who's your favorite immortal? As in person who cannot die.
I'm gonna say the dude from Misfits.
Yeah, probably. This is a spoiler for Misfits. So if you haven't finished the first season of Misfits, turn off the video or jump to when we're talking about important things. But Nathan from Misfits is pretty
And then after you finish watching this, go watch Misfits.
Yeah, Misfits is I don't know. I really like it. It's a really entertaining show.
Yeah.
And Nathan from Misfits. I also like Spike on Buffy. Spike and Angel. I think Spike's a cooler character. I like Angel for Buffy more. I've been thinking a lot about this, but I think Spike's a cooler character, so I like Spike.
I think Spike is better for Buffy.
Well, this is something we can talk about later. Then one more from Phoenix Pen. Free Comic Book Day is coming up. It's this weekend, I think, to coincide with the release of Thor. Does anyone care? Yes. Free Comic Book Day is great, especially to get people into comics. It's like, hey, go to a comic book store and get a bunch of free shit. You don't know what you want to read? Here's some stuff. Pick some stuff. Try it out. If you like it, go pay for it. Go pick it up and support comics. Make comics like, yeah. Free comic. Do you ever do Free Comic Book Day? I mean, you know of it.
Have you been to the new store since it opened?
Well, there's two. There's the Escapist,
right,
which is in Berkeley. For Berkeley listeners, there's two stores just open. There's the Escapist on Claremont, which I go to, which I've been to a couple times. I just got a gift certificate there, so I just spent a lot of money there. And then one that opened today in the old site of Comic Relief on Shattuck, called Fantastic Comics. Yeah, which I potentially be employed at. I talked to you, the guy who owns it. But yeah, so
cool.
So there's two great comic book stores if you're in Berkeley. Fantastic Comics on Shattuck, The Escapist on Claremont. Two fantastic comic book stores. I will be doing a stand-up show on May 30th at The Escapist. Jokes. I'm hosting that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So, yeah, so Free Comic Book Day is awesome. And if you read comics and there's a comic book store in your area that's doing Free Comic Book Day, you should just definitely go check it out. So now we're going to this brings us to the main topic of the day, and that is the death of Osama Bin Laden and the subsequent statement just made minutes ago by President Barack Obama. So, Anton, this was something that you really wanted to discuss in this particular installment. So what's on your mind?
Well, I noticed that the immediate reaction of some of the people here and online too was, whatever. It was pretty blasé, but I feel like it's a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Osama Bin Laden's been sort of the boogeyman for 10 years, and, that fear has been what has justified the terrible things that the U.S. has done in reaction. I think, honestly, that the Bush administration, purposely avoided putting too much effort into killing Osama Bin Laden because it meant that they could get away with a lot of stuff, just having him around.
Very true.
So, to me, this is really important on two levels. One is, of course, at some level, justice has been carried out. Osama is dead, and hopefully the families who lost loved ones on 9/11 can take some comfort in that. But on the other side, it's also saying that, Barack Obama went out and gave up some aspect of his power, in essence, by, putting so much effort into killing Osama and doing it successfully. So it does sort of make me more hopeful
Okay.
for what a government can accomplish.
I mean, I think it's it's great for America, I guess, because that was a horrible thing. I mean, 9/11 in 2001, that was, of course, one of the worst things that ever happened to the country, and so it's good to we get some closure on that. Like we just we felt so powerless, and I feel like as a nation that's not something that the United States is really used to not feeling in control. So it's a good way to get some of that control back, and I think that is important for to remain patriotic, I guess. Do you think that sort of?
Well, a little bit, but also you're talking a little bit about U.S. hegemony, which is
Yeah.
something that's very widely discussed, in the social sciences. A lot of people think that U.S. power is decreasing no matter what. But, I think now in some way we'll be more okay with it because, our status in the world is declining. We can still kick ass and fucking do what we need to do.
And that's pretty good. I will say, though, this was just on my mind, like, throughout most of Obama's statement. I read enough comic books to know that just because you take out the main guy, that doesn't mean that the problem's over. This could be a whole new... This could open up a whole new bag of worms. That's not can of worms. Bag of cats. Those are the expressions. I confuse
Cat
them.
of worms.
Cat of worms. This could end up being kind of a bad thing. Like maybe it had we maintained our level, our current level of vigilance and counterterrorism projects, there may not have been an attack until Bin Laden just simply died of natural causes or something, and maybe we wouldn't even find out ever. Maybe that he would just live forever as some sort of potential always out there boogeyman. But now that that threat is extinguished, there's a vacuum for a new person to fear. For a new someone may take over someone may take over Al Qaeda. Something new may crop up. We don't know yet. So currently, I feel like we're sort of in a good state. But this is something that could definitely backfire. Or so I'm apprehensive, I guess. So yeah, we're running out of time. Is there anything else you'd like to close out on?
Go America.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I plan now that we finished recording this, I'm planning on going on YouTube and watching America Fuck Yeah, the scene from Team America World Police. Maybe I'll just listen to the whole soundtrack, because I have it. Might as well. Fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America. Fuck yeah. So lick my butt and suck on my balls. Poor little discussion. Jacob, Anton, Mitch, Layla, have a good night.